You know your data system has stakeholders, and you know your organization needs data governance. But what are the differences between these groups? Stakeholders are users of the data and those directly or indirectly affected by the use of that data. For example, stakeholders might include state legislators, teachers, students and parents, researchers, and those contributing data to the data system. Data governance groups are composed of subsets of stakeholders who are ultimately responsible for the data, including the quality, security, and appropriate use. These groups include representatives from each agency or program contributing data to the longitudinal data system. Such representatives could be directors and senior leaders, program staff members, and IT staff members. How engaged are members of stakeholder and data governance groups? Stakeholder groups are engaged with the data system at different levels over time, depending on the needs of the data system and the interests of the stakeholders. Stakeholders should continue to be engaged as the system evolves and changes, but the degree of involvement of individual stakeholders may vary. Data governance groups are engaged at a high level on an ongoing basis. They remain involved as the system evolves over time. What responsibilities does each group have? Stakeholder groups inform and influence the initial development of the data system and its continuing evolution. Their input ensures that the data, reports, and tools fulfill the goals of the data system and the needs of its users. Data governance groups determine the overall direction and priorities of the data system, and how those priorities are implemented via policies and procedures. They also address challenges to data quality and use. While the data governance structure remains stable over time, a state may have multiple stakeholder groups over the life of the data system. It's important to develop good communication with each group. A stakeholder engagement plan should identify stakeholders and their reasons for involvement in the data system, and outline methods and timelines for engaging them. To engage the data governance group, data system leadership help establish and then work closely with groups and committees to develop policies and processes for data collection, integration and use, and respond to questions and situations that arise. Stakeholder and data governance groups play distinct but important roles in supporting a data system. Both groups are critical to the successful planning, implementation, use, and sustainability of the system. For more information about engaging stakeholders and about data governance, check out these resources.